Our middle child, Teddy, is in the restaurant world in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina on King Street. I know many of you know that. And our youngest, Elle, is a CBS reporter now. My colleague, passing on the baton. She's the Queen's reporter, MMJ. Elle, please stand up, give a wave. And as Cecilia mentioned, my lovely colleague and dear friend Carolyn Gussoff provided that wonderful surprise party I had at CBS a couple weeks back with the 35th anniversary, and it brought tears to my eyes and to my family's eyes. I'm lucky enough to be posted nationally and locally by NBC and mostly CBS in Boston, Chicago, and New York. What great cities could that be? In Boston, I met my husband when we were in graduate school together. A favorite memory I have of those Boston years was being assigned by the CBS affiliate WBZ to run the Boston Marathon and report on it at the same time. Believe it or not, TV trucks on Heartbreak Hill. Then we were in Chicago, and Cecilia mentioned my love for my home state, Michigan, University of Michigan Wolverines. Of course, they had a very great year. I guess you all know that. And when I was in school, not only was I in theater, I was very involved in athletics. And I was lucky enough to be a part of Title IX, Team 1 in both women's basketball and women's swimming. We still have our reunions every year and get called back to the big house and to Chrysler Arena to talk to the young athletes today who are about 7 feet tall and as 5'4" in shrimp. It's kind of funny that I even played basketball there. And then, of course, New York. That's best of all. Coming to New York and to local news, it is so meaningful compared to flying around in an airplane and reporting on national news. But local news, really, our children were raised on, not just CBS, but of course Newsday and News 12. We see Pat Dolan over here, so they're all fans of his. What is so great about local news is how fascinating and challenging it is. It gets me out of bed in the morning wondering what am I going to put on my pitch list to want to cover that day, and hopefully it's something that challenges me that I've never learned about or heard about before, so that we can engage the community, follow up, have conversations with the community, which is a very big thing for my bosses at CBS. They embrace the whole community aspect, and so do we, kind of like a New York Times crossword puzzle, trying to be fair to it and loyal and solving it fairly. I feel as though my colleagues and I have an enthusiasm and a love and a kindness for our jobs, which we try to share. And I kind of think there is a way to tell even the most morbid stories that we are telling today, such as Rex Heuermann and George Santos, maybe in an intelligent way, and something that we can embrace. And all of you are filled with that intelligence and kindness. I am lucky to be a part of this evening tonight, and thank you so very much.